welcome to the Justice Factor. Last week, South Africa was appointed to a 2-year, non-permanent membership to the United Nations Security Council. What does it mean? Is our foreign policy about to change? Lindiwe Zulu, the chairperson of the ANC International Relations Subcommittee, joins us later on in the show. After that discussion, we'll give you, as usual, our winner and big loser of the week. But first, the Mazibuye Emasisweni group says it is conducting research to establish the possibility of forming a new political party to contest next year's general elections against the ANC. Mazibuye spokesperson Reggie Ngcobo told the media 2 weeks ago that former President Jacob Zuma was one of many senior struggle stalwarts who had been advising them on how to go about forming a new party. I guess now it's Mazibuye Emasisweni's Reggie Ngcobo. Mr. Ngcobo, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for coming all the way from KwaZulu-Natal and speaking to us. Let me ask you this. Who are you? What's your organization? And what are you doing exactly?
Greetings to you, Justice, and the viewers at home. We thank you for the opportunity. Mazibuye is a group of people represented all over the country who are seeing that things are not going normally, especially into as far as a black child development is concerned. Hence, on the 31st of May, we had a clarion call. We posed a clarion call in Hlabamkhosi where we said, Amakhosi, Izinduna, and all the traditional leadership, and also the taxi industry, the revolutionary stalwarts, and then the unemployed youth should make their submissions as what needs to be done going forward. So at this phase, we are at a point of a clarion call where we are inviting views and inputs from the ground.
Why should traditional leaders, taxi associations, young people, why should they want a new party? There are so many in South Africa. The ANC has for more than 100 years been the home. You will remember that traditional leaders were there right at the beginning when the ANC was formed.
That's very correct. Actually, that's why we are posing a clarion call and asking the main question as to what needs to be done. It's not necessarily a route to open a new political party. The ground people will tell us as what needs to be done. If they see that there's a need of a new political party that will channel their views and their consent correctly, then who are we to deny them that opportunity?
But why now? I don't understand this. Why at this particular moment when the ANC is taking on, for example, issues that many people have been talking about, land, free education, and so forth. Who are you to take it upon yourself to have this consultation?
Let's dwell on the land matter, Justice. You know, most of the existing political parties that are talking about land, expropriation without compensation, all of them, they are in unison when they are saying that the land should be expropriated and be under the state or under government. And we are saying that the land was taken from the Amakhosi, which were the custodian of the land for the people. Hence, we are saying that the land has to go back to its rightful owners, which is Amakhosi, and therefore it will directly benefit the people. Because the government comes and goes, but Amakhosi will remain. And Amakhosi kept us intact as black people in this continent, in this country in particular. So we have a faith that they can take us forward better than the current system that
But
exists.
I would put it to you that so many Amakhosi and other traditional leaders, in fact, many collaborated, for example, with the apartheid government. Many collaborated for 400 years with colonial regimes in this country and elsewhere on the continent. I wouldn't put my faith in the hands of traditional leaders.
Yeah, there are progressive traditional leaders.
Very few.
Very few, but we must make sure that we expand their voice, those that are few.
But these people are not elected by anyone. Why should I take the piece of land that would be occupied or given to a woman who can look after her children while, as men usually do, have runaways elsewhere? I'd rather give it to that woman to plow, work that land, rather than give it to a traditional leader somewhere.
Let's correct that one, because traditional leaders, even before, they were not the owners of the land. They were custodian of the land on behalf of the people. That's what we need to reintroduce because it worked before the colonialism, it worked before all these land acts that were established in the early 1900s. So we believe that the traditional leaders are here permanently. So should the land be under their guardianship, it won't go fallow.
Mr. Ngcobo, I'm putting it to you that actually our constitution in this country says that traditional leaders, they are nice to have, they are a decoration. They have not been given a mandate by anyone to rule me or you in any place. They can't be custodian of anyone's land.
That's where the real problem lies, Justice, because we have three arms of state, and we haven't voted for the judiciary people. We never had a vote where we go to vote for the judiciary people. So Amakosi can also be part of the arms of state so that they can have legislative powers also, so that they can be part of every decision that the current government or the state has to take.
Yeah, but with a judge, with all due respect, with a judge, they're interviewed by the Judicial Services Commission and there's a process. With a king or a queen, they're just born. I'm sorry, I don't want someone just born and they suddenly have all these powers.
That's very true. It's our challenge, or should I say it is our need to capacitate them to match the standard or to be at the level of making laws of the country. It's our duty as the people to make sure that we spur them to the right direction.
Have you met President Jacob Zuma? Has he blessed your efforts?
As I've correctly said earlier, that we are meeting with the taxi people, we are meeting with Amakosi, we are meeting with the church, we are meeting with the unemployed, we are meeting with the
President Jacob Zuma?
President Jacob Zuma he falls in that category as a stalwart of our revolution. He was in exile, he was in jail, he fought for us, and he was a state president. So he is part of many people that we are consulting, getting their views.
How many times have you met with him?
We only met him once.
And what did he say when you told him about these consultations?
He said he cannot stand on our way of trying to get information as citizens of the country, but he advised us that we must make sure that we listen to the people, whatever people say, it should exist. But he is not actually the main pillar, or should I say he is not the cornerstone of our research, as you LSA.
He said on that meeting on the 31st of May in KZN in Nkandla, he said that he will never leave the ANC, and those who say he will leave the ANC don't know him.
He was very correct. We were not engaging him in his capacity as the former president of the ANC. We were engaging him as the former president of the country and the freedom fighter, because when they were fighting for us, they were not fighting for the ANC members only. They were fighting for general blacks, South Africans who were oppressed by the time.
Tell me, why would Jacob Zuma, the former president of the ANC, a current member of the NEC, encourage you to consult about an alternative party when he knows that if another party is formed, it could very likely destroy the ANC, which he loves, which he has given more than 50 years of his life to? Why would he do that?
I believe he won't do that, but we engage him as part of our research towards a clarion call that we made. So we are not yet a political party. It will be the people who will decide whether we take a political route or we take other routes. So he only knows us from that angle, if I may put it that way.
Are you a member of the ANC yourself?
No, I was an activist of the ANC.
Not a card-carrying member?
Not a card-carrying member.
Have you met with the ANC's leaders, for example, Supra Mahumapelo, Sihle Zikalala and KZN?
No, I haven't met with Supra Mahumapelo and Sihle Zikalala as the provincial leader. I've just met him as a citizen of KwaZulu-Natal. Nothing political about that.
Is this a plot to keep Jacob Zuma from jail?
I can't say so. It's not a plot to keep Jacob Zuma from jail, but we believe in our justice system in the country. But what we are calling for is that the justice system should be fair to him, and also the media should be fair to him. He mustn't be tried on the media spaces. He must be tried in court. That's what we are saying.
But that's what's happening. He's going to court. He was there on Friday. He'll get another
Hence,
day
we
in
are
court.
supporting him in his trial at court.
And if he's found guilty?
That will be at the justice will decide on that, and nothing we can do about it.
Reggie Ngcobo, thanks so much for coming through. It's a pleasure to meet you and to have you here.
Thanks a lot, brother.
Does South Africa still support Omar al-Bashir? Minister Lindiwe Zulu is next.